with the bucket.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
The three. Cans it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. RJ, you look at Dennis Schroeder, incredibly fast, but also a veteran leader now.
Yeah, he's really matured. He knows how to make plays without making too many mistakes. That's what you get from a guy with 10-plus years in this league.
Here's Schroeder following the three-pointer by Boston. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Yes, that goes in. He's got 5.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Bridges outside. Schroeder outside. And the pass to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Nets passing it around. Here's Thomas. The rebound by the Celtics.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Bailey. Over Bridges. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Nets trail by 4. Porzingis comes with the double team. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Bailey. Thomas covering. To the middle. Bailey passes to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe. And one thing you know about Claxton, he's not going to waste his opportunity.
Yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in this league, and he's all about getting quality, high-percentage shots, Greg. He doesn't force shots that aren't there for him.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Bridges. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Richard comes in for Drew Holiday.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
From 15 feet away, again, the Celtics good for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Finney-Smith. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. That'll be a 5-second call.
Looking now at some numbers for Jaylen Brown. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. But you look at all that, and really it doesn't give you the entire picture of his impact defensively.
Just in general, numbers don't tell the whole story with defense. Guys like him, you have to watch to understand his impact. See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Good. He's got 9.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Nets trail by 6. Johnson, a wide open look. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Nailed from three-point land.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Porzingis with the steal. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Whoa! How about that slam?
Whoa!
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight. The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Boston on top. They lead by 13. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Walker on the wing. He's joined by Bridges. Sharp out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Simmons in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. These Celtics are playing with a high level of motivation. All-star Jason Tatum says what we talk about before the game, halftime, is win by any cost, by any means. Figure it out, win the game, and build great habits along the way. Kevin?
Still room to grow. David, thanks. And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
The Nets making a switch here. Watford's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The way the league is now, Greg, on any given night, we sometimes see a team fall flat. Is it just luck of the draw?
Sometimes players are tired and sometimes they relax. You know, this is why leadership is so vital, setting that standard for others to follow.
There's the screen, driving inside.
Chemistry at its best, an unreal alley-oop.
You're right, the pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Nets trail by 17. There's the lob to Brown.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
And here comes Brown, leading the fast break.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break.
Oh, my goodness!
Okay, that's just insane.
Woo. Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And again, Boston running the court in transition. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. Fifth best, the Nets.
They ran a great system last year that put a priority on creating high-quality looks from deep, and it made them the best three-point shooting team in the league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Walker. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Trendon Watford. And then for Boston, Jason Tatum comes in for Luke Cornett. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pritchard.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
And while we see a number of players get hurt during the season, Mikal Bridges has remained very durable.
He's just an old school player. That's what they used to do. If you were healthy, you played in every single game, and he's found ways to stay healthy.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here.
Now heading onto the floor, your Brooklyn Nets.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn.
And now a look at Jason Tatum here, coming off a terrific season. How about 30 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists? And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Thomas against Brown. High, arcing shot. Thomas, no good.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Bailey. Inside, Bridges with the steal. Takes it off the glass. 16 points for him.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Double team on Thomas. Early 2023 saw Cam Thomas just erupt as a scorer, Greg. We were talking about it every game. A guy who was ready to break out.
And, Kevin, I like using the word ready because he was given an opportunity and took it. And he showed us all what a productive machine he could be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Johnson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Ben Simmons in for Mikal Bridges.
Assisted by.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Claxton the pass to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Johnson for 3. Up again. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Tatum trying to break free. Basket good.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
It's tipped, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Mikal Bridges checked in for Simmons. Celtics also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in. And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Bridges. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Bridges has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about Johnson with the hot pass? Good job seeing that open.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it's good for 2.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Chicago. And stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break from downtown. And again, Boston with the triple.
Impressive ball handling from Tatum. Attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
Stolen. A shot by Holiday. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Celtics running away with it. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
Howdy. Going forward, a feet struggling teams are hoping their stars will step up.
I felt like I played my best, you know, when the team needed me most. What about you, big fella?
Well, when you're 7 feet, you don't have to step up. You're already there.
Have I told you lately how much I... And now talking about our current game, gotta be impressed with the big halftime lead for the Boston Celtics.
Well, they understand what they do well and what this other team doesn't do well. And they're creating matchups to exploit that.
It's what the best teams do. We talk about it being a players' league, but great coaching makes a difference.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boston with the ball. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. They've got Porzingis, Holiday out there with Tatum, and it's Bailey in at the 2. And the Nets with possession. Claxton the pass to Schroeder. Claxton with it. He's against Porzingis. Here's Bridges. It's blocked. Here's Bailey. 22 points for him. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Well, you look at Claxton, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Pass to Bridges. Now Claxton. Pass to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson from outside. The rebound by Holiday.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Feeds it to Tatum. And taken away by Johnson. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And one thing about Cam Johnson, his shooting mechanics are elite.
We already know that he shoots a high percentage from 3, but he also has the height to shoot over people from out there, and that adds to the confidence.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, back in grade school, when Jason Tatum told folks his NBA goals, they'd often suggest a backup plan. And he said, I always would tell them, I don't have one. I'm going to make this work regardless. Nothing else matters. Kevin?
Oh, I like that. It's worked out, David. Thanks so much. Down low. Thomas with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Bridges finds Schroeder. Now Claxton, headed by Porzingis. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10, double-digit perfection.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Boston's gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Taking a look at some stats for Drew Holiday. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season put up about 19 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Here's Finney Smith, and the Nets miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brown outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Schroeder finds Thomas. They set the pick. Will it go? And Boston with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And it goes down 2 points.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. In fourth, the Celtics.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
RJ, when we talk about the Boston Celtics, they've transformed into a real heavyweight out east.
Oh, they are a dominant team out east, one of the dominant teams in this league. Look, they have so much young talent and talent that they drafted and developed. This group, their only job is to contend for championships. He's not much of a threat to score, but Simmons dishing it, he can do it with the best of them.
Horford with the screen on Bridges. Floats it up for Horford and finished off by Horford.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Net shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. And Simmons kicks to Thomas. Spins. Can't convert off the spin. The Celtics have gone an unbelievable 8 of 8 shooting since halftime. Must have been some kind of pep talk in that locker room. Springer, good.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
On the court.
Off the inbound pass. Pritchard gets the bucket. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And so it's Boston, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Walker on the wing. He's joined by Bridges. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Watford in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. We have certainly seen some great MVP races the last few years. Richard, are you satisfied with how the MVP is chosen?
Yeah, Kev, I was happy with it. At the end of the day, there's always going to be at least 2 or 3 other guys that have a legitimate MVP case. So, this year might have been a close one, but next year it might go to the next guy.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Richard, some guys just seem to improve with age, and Al Horford is one of them.
Yeah, kind of like Brook Lopez. Horford's become such an excellent three-point shooter. Keeps himself in top condition, and everyone around him is better at both ends.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. And a change for the Celtics. Springer's checked in. The Nets have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Walker with a clean look. And they get it back. Back to Claxton. A 3-ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the Flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Claxton the pass to Simmons. There's the pick. Back to Claxton. On the wing, Bridges. Lock at 6. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Cornette gets it to go.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off the court.
Sinks the triple. Bailey's got 28 points for the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Passes it to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Thomas finds Claxton. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Boston.
And there's the pass to Pritchard. Here's Bailey. That one good for 2. Bailey's got 5 points now this quarter.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Schroeder, right side. And Boston with the rebound. And there's a minute 45 left here in the fourth quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Johnson for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Boston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And he makes the first. Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
And Richard, cap smoothing is part of this new labor deal with the max 10% increases. Why is that important?
Well, it's so we don't get another KD and Warriors situation where the rich just got richer. Other players got contracts too. Maybe a little too rich. I think the lesson was learned to smooth it out over time.
The Celtics making a switch here. Makai Lucas checked in, and the first one at the line is good. You know, Greg, many in Boston question the wisdom of the Smart Porzingis trade. What'd you think of the move?
I mean, I think given age and injuries in their front court, the trade makes sense, right? Also, they got some draft capital, but the ultimate test of this trade will be in the playoffs. The ring is the thing.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Johnson for three. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
And he does it right in his face. This is how you answer a three with a three. Just merciless.
40 seconds left in the fourth.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Bailey. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Now here's Thomas. Not a lot of room. Nobody near Schroeder. And just miss after miss right now. Pass to Bailey. Shoots it on the money.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
And so it's Boston easy. All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Safely move to the exit.